want to ask you something, and I want you to really sit with it for a second. How long have you been calling yourself just a hobbyist? Maybe you say things like, "Oh, I just paint for fun. I'm not really good enough to sell. Someday, when I'm better, maybe." I said those things too for years. And I want to tell you something I wish someone had told me a long, long time ago. That's not humility. That's fear. And it's costing you more than you realize. I've been creating art professionally for over 25 years. I've sold original paintings, created commissioned pieces, published books, taught in museum art schools, and built something I genuinely am proud of. But I didn't start there. I started exactly where you might be right now. Talented, passionate, and completely unsure that any of it was real enough to build a life around. The turning point wasn't a class I took or a gallery that discovered me. It was a decision. And that's where everything I teach begins. The first key to building a real art business is this. You have to decide with clarity and courage that you are an artist. Not someday, not when I'm ready, but right now. Declare, "I am an artist." Because here's what I've seen over and over again in the artists I've coached. The resources, the ideas, the right people, they don't show up before the decision. They show up after it. You have to go first. And this brings me to something I've been thinking about a lot this month, because right now I'm working on a painting centered around the energy of pearl. Pearl as a color. But pearl is also one of the most prized and valuable substances on earth for the past thousands of years. Ancient emperors paid fortunes for it. Cleopatra famously dissolved one in wine just to demonstrate its worth. Royalty across every culture adorned themselves with it. And yet, do you know what a pearl actually is? It's a response to irritation. A grain of sand enters the oyster, something uncomfortable, something that doesn't belong. And the oyster doesn't reject it. It coats it, layer by layer by layer, over time. And what comes out is something so extraordinary that civilizations throughout history placed it among their most treasured possessions. Your art is like that. It's formed through all of the uncomfortable layers. The self-doubt, the slow seasons, the moments you wondered if any of it was worth it. And it has more value than you are currently willing to claim. Key number 5 in the framework is simply this. Decide your work is worth getting paid for. Not after more training, not when you're finally good enough, but right now. Because the fear that tells you you're not ready, that's just the sand. And you're already making the pearl. Once you've made that decision, the next thing that separates the artist who builds something real from the ones who stay stuck is consistency. Not inspiration, but consistency. I paint every month around a color, a birthstone, a meaning, a feeling. And I build everything from that one creative act. Videos, teaching, stories, and sales. One painting becomes an entire body of content and connection. That's not talent. That's a system. And I teach exactly how to build that inside my Patreon community. If what I'm sharing today resonates with you, if you recognize within yourself any of this, I want to invite you to go deeper. Inside my Patreon, I've put together a complete framework called the 10 Keys to Living as an Artist. It's not a quick tips list. It's a foundational system for shifting from hobby painter to working artist. Built from everything I've learned across 25 years of doing exactly that. You can join at the free level to get a feel for the community, or if you're ready to go deeper, my paid subscribers get access to the full Keys collection, plus quarterly live sessions where we go deep into one key together. The link is in the description. Come join us. Bring your doubt, your dreams, and your paintbrush. That's all you really need to start. I'll leave you with this. Pearl doesn't form overnight. Neither does a sustainable art business. But both become extraordinary because of the layers, not in spite of them. So keep going. I'll see you inside.